morning. We'll talk to Harold Wells, City Council President. Thanks for coming up.
Good morning, Jamie.
Yeah, Doug, we'll talk with Doug in just a second, too, more about coming up on the volleyball thing this weekend. So hang on, Doug.
Gossip.
It's been great having Robert up here this morning and a lawyer at the same time talking about stuff. Athens Councilman rescues 2 at Beach. You were with him when this happened?
I was.
What happened?
Well, the rip tides was real bad. The red flags was up, and there were several people right on the edge of the water. But these 2 kids got out there, and it just pulled them out so quick that none of us hardly noticed it. And Chris didn't. He noticed it and started motioning for them to come back. They couldn't come back, and there was a little boy and his sister. And I think the little girl was 17, 18, small. But the little boy was real small, frail, probably about 11 or 12. So Chris started after him. And, of course, everybody then began to stand up and kind of panic. There was no lifeguards. There was no kind of help for him. Chris just took it on his own. Guys, I'm telling you, Chris is my hero. He went, the farther he would go, the farther away they would get. Y'all seen the same?
Yeah.
And finally, he got his hands to the little girl and pulled her back, and there was another guy that went out between us. And I couldn't get to Chris. I wasn't strong enough. Chris is a strong guy.
Yeah, he played ball at Alabama.
Yes, he did.
Former
Had been for
lifeguard.
that, Jamie, I don't think he could have saved her.
Really?
No, his physical condition done it.
Well, the same thing happened to Tom McAllister many years ago.
It did.
Tom and
Yes,
Mac almost drowned down there.
But he got him ashore, and of course, by that time, all the rescue people were there, and first aid and all that stuff.
Okay, well, great. Well, you were right there on the scene.
I was right.
All right, last night y'all had kind of weird hours yesterday.
Right.
You and Joseph Cannon still friends?
Well, we're still friends. Joseph's a great guy. And going to be a great city councilman.
So what happened? Y'all were trying to pave some roads, and he needed to look at it some more.
Yeah, well, he did, and that's his right to do that. Village Lane over here, it has never been paved since it's been in the city, except when the people build the houses, they paved it out of their own pocket. And it needs paving, Jamie. And like I told him last night, it's in my district. It needs it. And it was a way of returning some of this new tax money. I want to return that to the neighborhoods where people can see it.
Before I forget it, I want to thank you as a city council for having extra patrol areas. I saw yesterday the pickup truck with the dog thing on the back of it come through our neighborhood.
Right. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you.
Right on. Curbside service, when does that start recycling?
That starts, I believe, around August the 1st. They'll be delivering your cans out to you here just any day now. I sure will.
All right, what else happened last night?
Well, that's about the only thing that caused a lot of conversation. We had to replenish the police force pistols. They're changing new pistols, quite expensive and stuff like that. We bought new virtual servers for our computers for the city, which is going to make the whole computer system a lot more viable, quicker, better. It's got a built-in disaster control thing. If we was to have a tornado that tore up City Hall, these things just got backup systems that'll be there. So a whole lot of stuff like that.
Another great article concerning Bill Ming and everything he's doing for Athens.
Saw Bill last night. And
more restaurants and shops. Said everybody, and this was on AL.com too over the weekend. Herbs and More, they're moving to the new thing. Roy and Gwen, the whole bunch, Seth's down that way too. They're moving to the new deal. And it says everybody wants to be with a business between Walmart and Publix.
Right.
Is there any truth to the rumor that Kroger is coming?
Well, Jamie, I've heard that too, but nobody.
Right here across the street from us.
Yeah, I've heard that.
You don't know for sure?
I don't know that for sure. No, I don't. I don't.
Talk
Maybe
to
running fill you in, but I can't. I've heard that though. I wish.
So you'll say they probably are.
I'm gonna say I don't know how right now, man. Publix is so strong. I don't know how they would compete with that. Publix is doing great.
They are.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
nice.
Everything's going good here.
It is.
All right, let me change subjects on you just a little bit before I go to Doug. We're talking about the volleyball thing this weekend. SEC Media Days start today.
Yeah,
Auburn's on tomorrow. I've been reading about Coach Malzahn's rise. Unbelievable story about him in Arkansas.
It is.
The way he
I read that, James.
went.
Yeah.
And his
That's
school.
good.
They had a mercy rule, I believe, in Arkansas. And when he was at Shiloh, I was just telling Brad this morning, they would get up. They had one team, Doug, you were Auburn graduate, they got up once like 30-something points with 2 or 3 minutes into the game.
I know.
How's that possible?
Just a good coach.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to do in SEC too now.
This year?
Yeah, no, that's starting this year. So this year we're going to win about 10, and next year we're going to win them all.
Are you a betting man, Harold?
I don't bet a lot. That's what we're going to do.
I might be willing to take a little bit of that. I'm going to bet you Alabama probably wins 13 or 14.
You don't bet.
Well, except the lost to Auburn, you're probably right.
All right, Doug, let's talk. You're probably been to a mud volleyball thing this week.
I am.
I think I did a Country Rover story on that the first or second year they ever had it. As you said, it's 25 years. Tell us about it, Doug. It's a free event.
It's a free event. Starts at 9 o'clock out at the high school.
We have video from last year.
We have all our teams already signed up this year, so we're full.
You're full. You told me y'all full.
Yeah. We've had great participation every year, and there's going to be 700-800 people playing when you divide it all out. But
how many people playing?
Between 700 and 800.
Really?
There's 90 teams, and we average about eight to 9 people a team. So.
Now, you don't participate, do you?
I can't play because of my role as president of the CASA board. I kind of.
Now, you said this is the only fundraiser for CASA.
Right. This is our yearly fundraiser right now. We receive some funding from other sources, United Way and things like that. But this makes our money for the year to be able to put wheelchair ramps in for people and to provide heaters and fans during the winter and summer and other things. We provide transportation. We do a lot of different things for the aging and homebound.
And you're president of the group.
I'm president of the board right now. Right. This is my term. And
now, how many people does it take to put on an event like this?
We have a lot of volunteers that come out and help us out. Another thing, we have some free labor that comes out from the jail. Mike's good to let us have those inmates come out and help us water down the courts and all the rest. But we have to have a ref at every court. We run 9 courts. It's going to run all day. We'll rotate some of them in and out. So
now, what time you start Saturday?
9 a.m. Saturdays when we'll start playing games, and we should go probably early afternoon. We would expect
to win the championship. How many games you got to play?
Well, there's a pool. There's a pool per net, so there's going to be 9 pools. You got to win your pool, and you'll play 5 or 6 games in your pool. And then once you get out of your pool, you go to a bracket.
What are some of the names this year of the teams? You bring a list.
They're always interesting.
Yes, they are.
I know one specifically is called Vicious and Delicious. That's just one I know of. So
now, who's announcing this year?
Well,
Evan doing it again?
He'll do it in the morning, and then somebody is probably going to relieve him.
Because he was so embarrassed last year, and I said, "Hey, mention those other teams again for me, where I can get you on camera with them this year."
Well, yeah, I ended up pulling in for Evan at about noon last year and doing the rest of the day, and I told somebody, I said, "We need to find somebody else to do this."
Is clothing optional?
Well, you have to wear shoes.
Oh, that's right.
And of course, we obviously can't have any sort of indecent exposure or anything like that because
well, if there's an accident,
police out there helping. Well, all that mud, you can't hardly tell sometimes anyway, so what the difference is.
How did they come up with this original idea, Doug?
We had a group, and this year we're dedicating the 25th to a guy named Leroy Adderholt was in that initial group that came up with it, 4 or 5, and it just took off. I mean, it's something this year we did that we weren't sure how it'd work out. We tried to advertise it via Facebook and online and stuff like that. And it worked out great. We had all our teams show up. So.
Well, good. So you filled up. I'm sure the city council, y'all got a team?
I don't think the city council's got a team. Joseph and Chris be the only ones that can probably play.
Well, the way we got Chris, I don't think nobody will play against him.
That's right.
Anything else we need to know about the city?
Well, we meet again Monday night because we've got to go back to back, and we're just working hard.
So you'll be here again next Tuesday?
I'll be here. Sure
well,
will.
good. Doug, anything else we need to know about volleyball?
No, just come out and support your favorite team, watch a little free event. Be a
And
good
there's
time.
going to be vendors too, so you can
we're going to have vendors this year, so there may be, and some of them are going to have food, some of them are going to have arts and stuff like that, so it'll be a good time.
Harold, thanks for doing such a good job here in the city, too.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
We'll take a break. Be right back. Y'all hang on.
Doing great.